Chapter 5 of Just Stories, The Kind That Never Grow Old by Winfred Hurst, SDS. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Truly Wonderful. This would be a very long story were I to tell it as well as it might be told, but that is what I am not going to do. It happened in Poland. At Kiev, St. Hyacinth had built a large and beautiful church. One morning, however, while he was devoutly saying Mass in it, the news was hurriedly brought to him that the Tartars, then his people's greatest enemies, were at the gates, prepared for bloodshed, pillage, and plunder. Everybody else trembled with personal fear, but not so the Saint. He feared only for the Blessed Sacrament, feared that it might be desecrated, insulted in the profanation of the Church, which was sure to follow. Quietly opening the tabernacle, he took therefrom the ciborium containing the sacred hosts, and placed it under his garments on his breast. Then, turning to the frightened religious who were gathered around him, he said, "Fear not, trust in God, He will care for us. Just follow me." But as they were leaving the church, a mysterious voice called out insistently, "Hyacinth! Hyacinth!" The saint paused. The voice came from Our Lady's statue on the altar. "Hyacinth," the figure said reproachfully, "you take the Savior to safety and leave His Blessed Mother to the outrages of the heartless marauders." "But, oh Mother," the saint protested, "I am not strong enough to carry the statue, much as I would like to." For the statue was made of alabaster and was very heavy. "Ah," came the pleading reply, "if you only had more love for me and greater confidence in God, you would find it easy." "But I do love thee, and I do trust in God," said the saint, and going to the altar, he reverently took the miraculous statue into his arms. And, just think of it, the image became to him as light and as easy to carry as a lovely flower. With the ciborium resting on his bosom and the statue in his arms, the saint hastened to leave the city, followed by his awed companions. And his trust was doubly rewarded. God struck the Tartars blind while he passed in safety. But a new obstacle presented itself. In order to reach Cracovia, they had to cross a river. When they reached its banks, they found no means of getting across. Full of confidence, however, in the power of the God he was carrying and in the intercession of his great Mother, the saint made the sign of the cross over the river and set foot upon the water. Yes, upon the water, for he did not sink, but walked over its surface as over a street of glass. Not even the soles of his sandals were made wet. Amazed at this repetition of Peter walking on the waves, his companions followed, and they, too, reached the opposite shore dry-shod. Still more astonishing is an accompanying miracle that was related at St. Hyacinth's canonization. The footprints that he had made in crossing remained upon the surface a long time afterwards, so that all could plainly see them. When the saint arrived in Cracovia, he placed the Blessed Sacrament in a church there with grateful adoration. The statue of Our Lady he put upon the Virgin's altar for the special veneration of the faithful. Is this not a story truly full of wonders? And does it not make us proud of our great God and happy to be His devoted children? And does it not make us rejoice in having such a mother as the Mother of God, and fill us with tender respect for the images and pictures that represent her? Of course it does. Well, let us remember that if only we had greater confidence in God and more love for Mary, we could. What could we do? Can you answer? End of chapter 5.